Okay, here I'm going to give you a quick demo of this here Country Flame stove. How easy it is to start and get going. Here's the hopper. Holds 55 pounds of pellets down in here, right in top. I don't know if you can see that, right the way that camera is, but anyhow, just open the door. There's your fire pot. This is your pan that collects all the potash. That fills up maybe about once a week, 5 days. About 5 days you have to empty it, and that's full. I usually do it more than that, about every 3, maybe 4 days. What you do, you grab your little hand of pellets. This ain't the way they tell you to do it, but just the way I do it. Otherwise, you got to turn your auger on and let it run for about 2 minutes and pump pellets into the fire pot. I just take and put a couple of handfuls in there like that. There you go. Now I get my starter fluid. Now this, you only got to do this once if you're going to keep this baby running for days on end. Just put a little bit of that there starting fluid on them pellets and let it soak in a second. Just like that, that's all it takes. Now, you take your doohickey here and start it up, get it going. Of course, you can buy better starting fluid, probably, if you want to pay $9 a bottle for it down at Walmart. But I use that other stuff. Okay, there we go. Put your top back on. I got the hopper full here. Full of pellets there. Now let that go, and the best thing to do is take that door, leave it on a little bit of a just opened here a little bit, crack it a little bit there so it gets some air. Turn your air on over here, your motor. You'll hear it come on. There it's coming on now. You let this thing here start getting it, get going, and get a nice flame to it. When it gets going pretty good, we'll close that door up. Only takes a minute or two. I haven't turned the pellet auger on yet because I want this thing to get going pretty good. Now let me close that door, see what happens. There we go, she's starting to burn okay right now. Let it get going just a little bit more. Right here, this is where your blower's blowing the heat out, all out the front of it. This tool here, there's 15 heat tubes up under here. 15, and there's a thing in there. You just hook this up in there and go like this back and forth, and it cleans them off and drops it down into the ash pan. Just keep going like that, and drop that down that ash pan. You do that when you're cleaning it before you take the ashes out and dump them, of course. And that's all you need to do to clean them tubes. But you should do it each time you take your ash pan out. That way it won't get all clogged up on there. And maybe once a season or so, you take the back of this pipe off here, the main exhaust pipe, and just clean that out. And that's no big problem. Just take it off, a couple of screws. Now I can start this auger going. Just push that button on the side there, and I got it set on number 1. And it's got 6 settings on it. You'll see them pellets start to drop down in there. Right now it's in the startup stage of the stove. So this here is not blowing anything out here because you don't want cold air blowing in the house, of course. When that gets up to temperature, it'll kick on automatically and that there will start blowing. There she goes. One of the couple pellets fell in there just then. Here comes some more. You'll see them when they pellet. That thing will flare up a little bit. That's basically it, really. Just we'll let it get going here for a little while and let you see how it see if it'll kick in there. Now let me show you this here while we're waiting for that thing. Okay, right over here on the side now, that's the control panel. You got your 6 settings here. You also have a low air adjustment there you can adjust. That's all set, you don't need to bother it. I never had to. And you got you push to start your auger going, and then the on off switch. And this thing has got all kinds of safety switches in it so it can't overheat. And one thing did overheat, it would shut down the whole stove. So it's all on good safety system they built into it. So that is the control panel, that's it. Over here, on this side of it, you have the rheostat for the air. I don't know if I can get a picture of that or not. It's dark in there. Right there it is. You can turn her up and down for the speed of the fan for the heat. And this here is where the pellets go. In there. This is the top. The whole 55 pounds. A little bit, about a bag and a half. That's got to be on it when you're running the stove. Now, here's the back of it. That's the pipe down there coming out. I run it right into my chimney, but you can run it through the wall. If you buy a special adapter, you can just run it right straight through the wall and out the side of your house. And over there is the air intake vent. Down there. Of course, I just run off the house there. So never had no trouble with it. As you can see, she's starting to pick up a little speed there now. My pugs, they love it. They get right in front of it and they lay down here. They ain't even blowing no hot air out of it yet, but once they see me start it up, they all head for it. So that's basically it on the darn thing. And this glass here, you got to clean that off every couple of days because it'll get a little bit of darkness on it. I use paper towels, just regular plain paper towels. When I shut it down, to clean out the pot, actually you can clean that out without shutting it down. Sometimes you can do that if you're careful. And I let the door cool off in a second. Take some just plain water and paper towels, and it cleans up like brand new. And you have to clean it off once in a while, like anything else. I guess I'm going to have to leave it on now that I started it today. My wife will get mad at me if I turn it down. As soon as that reaches a certain temperature now, this blower on will blow out them 15 tubes up there, and that heat will come out of there like run you out of this room. This room here heats this room fully up. This here is my music room. This kind of air like this, and over here dining room area, it heats that up real good. I mean, it run you out of here if you don't watch it. Then it goes in there in the living room, heats that some, and there's kitchen. Out through there it goes. But we keep our, when it's real cold, we keep our regular electric heat on. It cuts down on that for us. Keeps it from kicking in all the time. So it's not going to heat a whole big house all by itself. But it will heat a couple of rooms up real good. Yeah, that's about all I can tell you about it. It's all automatic. It's in real good shape. For 3 or 4 years we didn't use it because we got a wood stove back in and used our wood stove. And then we took that out. Now we put this back in, use this for a couple more years, and now I'm thinking going back to my wood stove again. So I trade off and on. Plus I got 70 bags of pellets that's going with this, and that's like over 2 months of continuous heat. If you leave it on that #1 setting like it's on right now, it's on #1 setting, and they last a good 24 hours, a bag will, a 40-pound bag. So you can go shopping, you can go to work, load her up in the morning, and if you had got stuck over at work, you could stay over at work, come back the next morning, still be going for you if you filled her up when you left in the morning. So it's not like a wood stove where you gotta keep shoving wood into it all the time. My Brutus. That's it right there. Here, let me give you a look at that fire pot over there. See if I can get a closer look at that fire pot. See, that's the pellets down in there. I don't know if you can see them or not, but they're see them down in the pellet burning. That's all it takes. A few pellets at a time. You'll see them drop out of that deal right there. Feeds a few to them every couple of seconds, I guess. Here comes some, I think. No. There you go. A couple come down. Now there's a tray in there, the ash pan. Just grab a hold of that with a glove. Once you let it cool down a second, you take that right out of there. I don't know if I can get a picture of those tubes up in there, but that's where them tubes is, all up and under there. Okay. See that now? I had that door open too long, but watch, she'll go right back on. See it? Flared right back up and ready to go. Okay, thanks for watching.